Welcome to this episode of Toronto Blue Jays Update. Before we dive in, make sure you hit that subscribe button, smash the like, and don't forget to share your opinion in the comments below. We love hearing from you. So let's talk about what's been happening with the roster and where things stand as we head into spring training. There's been a lot of movement, a lot of speculation, and honestly, some really interesting decisions being made by the front office that we need to break down. First off, let's address the outfield situation because that's where a lot of the intrigue is right now. Carson Venge has been a name on everyone's lips all offseason, and the message from management has been crystal clear. He's getting a legitimate chance to make the club out of camp. Now, does that guarantee him a spot? Absolutely not. But the opportunity is there, and that's huge for a young player trying to break into the big leagues. The front office has emphasized that they want to see what he can do, and recent additions to the roster haven't changed that approach. Competition is the name of the game here, and Venge is going to be right in the thick of it. Speaking of competition, the entire outfield picture is fascinating when you look at the current roster construction. You've got versatility all over the place. Venge isn't just a center fielder. He's gotten real exposure to all three outfield positions throughout his development. That's intentional, and it's smart. You never know where the need is going to be at the major league level, so having players who can handle multiple spots gives the coaching staff flexibility every single night when they're writing out the lineup card. Now let's pivot to the rotation for a second because there's been tons of speculation swirling around. Despite all the rumors and talk about potential moves, the expectation right now is pretty straightforward. Cot Sang is expected to be a member of the rotation this season. He's had a strong offseason, came over to the States right around New Year, and the entire staff got to see him work. By all accounts, he looks to be in great shape, and there's genuine excitement about getting him going once spring training kicks into full gear. But here's what really stands out when you step back and look at the bigger picture. The front office has been operating on multiple tracks simultaneously throughout this entire offseason. These pursuits don't happen overnight. They're months in the making, with dozens of conversations, different concepts being floated, check-ins to understand the pacing of various markets, and really trying to get a handle on what individual players are looking for in their next situation. When you're building a competitive roster, it's not just about going out and signing the biggest names or making the flashiest moves. It's about fit. It's about understanding what your team needs and finding players who genuinely want to be part of what you're building. The best arrangements happen when both sides feel like it's the right match. The team believes the player fits what they're trying to accomplish, and the player believes the organization gives them the best chance to succeed and win. That mutual belief is what creates real chemistry and sustainable success. One thing that keeps coming up is this idea of diversity in the lineup. Not just diversity in terms of handedness, although that's certainly important, but diversity of skill sets. You want hitters throughout your lineup who can handle all sorts of different pitchers, all kinds of different pitches in any part of the zone. Elite contact skills matter. Bat-to-ball ability matters. These might not be the sexiest stats that get talked about on highlight shows, but they're absolutely crucial when you're trying to build a lineup that can compete night in and night out. The real goal is getting truly competitive at-bats, up and down the lineup, 1 through 9. Guys who aren't going to give at-bats away, regardless of the score, regardless of whether it's April or September. Players who take every single at-bat as seriously as possible. That's the standard, and that's what separates good teams from great teams over a long season. As we look ahead to spring training, there's genuine competition at multiple positions. Not every spot is completely locked down, and that's by design. Competition breeds excellence. It pushes players to be their best, and it gives the coaching staff options. Whether we're talking about DH at-bats, corner outfield spots, or positional versatility across the diamond, there are going to be some really interesting battles to watch unfold. The bottom line is this. The front office is focused on building a roster that can win, and they're doing it thoughtfully. They're not panicking. They're not making moves just to make moves. They're staying true to their valuations. They're thinking about fit, and they're giving opportunities to players who've earned them while also bringing in reinforcements where needed. That's all for this episode. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button, and share your thoughts in the comments. What do you think about the roster moves? Where do you see things shaking out?